It was a desolate stretch of land that held the remnants of an RV park, its faded sign barely legible. Whispering Pines RV Park. Once a bustling vacation spot, now it was a graveyard of rusting trailers and overgrown paths, shrouded in an eerie silence. The locals whispered tales of strange occurrences and chilling encounters that had kept them away for years. Driven by an insatiable thirst for the magical and unknown, two friends, Amelia and James, decided to delve into the heart of the forsaken park. Under the silvery glow of the moon, they ventured onto the fractured asphalt, surrounded by an almost magical stillness. The moon's luminescence painted elongated shadows that seemed to weave an intricate dance among the forgotten trailers, crafting a hauntingly beautiful yet unsettling tapestry. Whispers, like incantations, rode the wind, originating from the rustling leaves, and the enchanted seekers felt a shiver of anticipation with each step they took. Amelia and James felt a presence watching them from the shadows, its weight pressing upon them like an invisible force. They explored the first few trailers, finding nothing more than relics of past vacations, faded photographs, discarded toys, and forgotten belongings. But a chill ran down their spines when they entered a trailer where the air felt denser, and a collection of handwritten letters lay scattered on the floor. As Amelia picked up a letter, her heart raced. The words were disjointed and nonsensical, speaking of voices that echoed in the night and eyes that watched from the darkness. They brushed it off as the ramblings of a disturbed mind, but their unease deepened as they continued reading more letters, each one revealing a growing madness that seemed to infect their surroundings. The moon hung low in the sky, casting eerie glows on the broken windows of the trailers. In the flickering light, Amelia and James began to experience haunting visions. Shadows seemed to take on twisted shapes, and fleeting figures moved just at the edge of their vision. A sense of dread settled in their hearts, and they found themselves unable to escape the clutches of the abandoned park. As the night wore on, they stumbled upon a decrepit playground, its rusted swings creaking gently in the wind. Amelia's eyes widened as she saw a shadowy figure perched on one of the swings. Its hollow eyes met hers, and a bone-chilling whisper filled the air, recounting tales of sorrow and despair that had consumed those who once called this park a haven. Amelia and James fought to escape the park, their fear intensifying with each passing moment. But the park seemed to shift and morph, its layout becoming a labyrinth that twisted their sense of direction. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of tortured voices that echoed in their minds. Reality blurred as they stumbled upon a trailer unlike the others, its walls covered in intricate drawings that seemed to writhe and pulse. Inside, they found a journal belonging to a woman named Eleanor, chronicling her descent into madness after her family's vacation turned tragic. Eleanor spoke of a malevolent entity that had lured them into the park's grasp, promising them eternal happiness. But the entity's true nature was unveiled as it consumed her family one by one, leaving only her tormented soul behind. Amelia and James knew they had to confront the entity to break free from its clutches. Armed with the knowledge from Eleanor's journal, they searched for a way to banish the malevolent force. Guided by whispers that alternated between terror and solace, they reached a clearing at the heart of the park. As they stood in the moonlit clearing, the entity revealed itself, its form shifting between darkness and ethereal light. A battle of wills ensued, as Amelia and James chanted ancient incantations they had pieced together from the letters in the journal. The ground trembled, and the air crackled with energy as the entity fought to maintain its grip on their minds. In a final surge of determination, Amelia and James channeled their collective strength and shattered the entity's hold. A blinding burst of light engulfed the clearing, dispelling the shadows that had plagued the park for so long. The malevolent force let out a bone-chilling scream before dissipating into the night. Exhausted but triumphant, Amelia and James stumbled out of the park, the first rays of dawn painting the horizon. As they looked back, they saw the RV park fading into obscurity, the memories of its haunting past slowly being swallowed by time. Amelia and James never spoke of their ordeal at the abandoned RV park, but the echoes of their experience lingered in their minds. They became firm believers in the power of the supernatural, forever changed by the horrors they had witnessed. And as they moved on with their lives, the whispers of the past continued to haunt their dreams, a reminder of the darkness that could lurk in even the most innocent of places.
The abandoned RV park stood like a specter on the edge of town, a place where time seemed to have frozen in a twisted dance of rusted trailers and overgrown vegetation. Its ominous aura whispered tales of misfortune and shadows that stretched longer than the sun dared to shine. Locals spoke in hushed tones about the family that had vanished without a trace, leaving behind a haunting mystery that still gripped the town's imagination. The Perez family, consisting of parents Elena and Gabriel, along with their 2 children, Isabella and Mateo, were ordinary in appearance, but held an air of secrecy that intrigued the neighbors. They arrived at Whispering Pines RV Park seeking solitude and a break from the bustling city life. The family's arrival was unassuming, their laughter echoing through the hollowed campground as they set up camp in the fading light of the evening. Days turned into weeks, and the family seemed to relish in the tranquility. The parents, often seen whispering to each other in hushed tones, appeared distant yet content. Isabella and Mateo explored the remnants of the park, their laughter mingling with the soft breeze. But as the days went by, the children's laughter grew fainter, and the family's once glowing campfire remained unlit. Rumors began to spread throughout the town, fueled by the eerie silence that enveloped the RV park. Locals spoke of whispers in the wind, of haunting shadows that danced in the moonlight. Some claimed to have glimpsed ethereal figures wandering among the abandoned trailers, their eyes filled with a sorrowful longing. A search party was organized, and the townspeople combed the overgrown paths, their calls for the missing family echoing through the desolation. But the Perez family remained elusive, leaving behind only an unsettling emptiness that seemed to seep into the very soul of the RV park. As the search yielded no results, a worn journal was discovered inside the Perez family's abandoned trailer. The pages told a tale of growing unease, of the family's descent into a nightmare that defied explanation. Elena's frantic handwriting chronicled strange occurrences, footsteps that echoed in the night, chilling whispers that seemed to seep through the walls, and a pervasive feeling of being watched. Gabriel's entries were riddled with a mounting desperation as he sought a logical explanation for the unsettling events. He wrote of their attempts to leave the RV park, only to find themselves trapped within its boundaries, pathways twisting and leading them in circles. The children's entries grew erratic, their drawings depicting shadowy figures and nightmarish landscapes. In the dead of night, a local teenager named Lucas dared to venture into the abandoned RV park. Armed with a flashlight and a sense of bravado, he walked the same paths the Perez family had tread. But as his flashlight's beam swept over the decaying trailers, he saw them, phantom figures that seemed to flicker in and out of existence. The air grew cold, and whispers swirled around him, carrying a mournful melody that seemed to pierce his very soul. In his flight to escape, Lucas stumbled upon a hidden room, its walls adorned with faded photographs of the Perez family. His heart raced as he realized these were no ordinary pictures. They captured the family in moments of both joy and distress, their faces morphing into grotesque contortions in some. The room seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy, and Lucas fled, vowing to uncover the truth behind the family's disappearance. With each passing day, the mystery deepened, and whispers grew louder, filling the town with a palpable sense of dread. Lucas delved into local archives, unearthing a forgotten legend that tied the RV park to ancient rituals and curses. He uncovered stories of a malevolent spirit that had been summoned to the land decades ago, bound to the RV park by the sorrow and pain of those who had suffered within its borders. The spirit, they said, thrived on the emotions of the living, seeking to claim their souls to escape its eternal prison. Lucas's research revealed that the Perez family had unwittingly stumbled upon the heart of the spirit's domain,
and their attempts to leave only strengthened its hold. Armed with the knowledge he had gathered, Lucas ventured into the RV park once more, this time with a plan to break the spirit's curse. He carried with him ancient symbols and incantations, reciting them with a fervor that matched the intensity of the whispers that surrounded him. The moon hung low in the sky as Lucas reached the center of the campground, the air thick with anticipation. Suddenly a torrent of shadows converged upon him, a swirling vortex of despair and rage. Lucas held his ground, his voice resolute as he chanted the incantations. The ground trembled, and the very air seemed to crackle with energy as he engaged in a battle of wills with the malevolent spirit.
With a final surge of determination, Lucas's voice reached a crescendo, the incantations culminating in a blinding burst of light that tore through the darkness. The shadows wailed and writhed, and the RV park shook as if caught in the throes of a storm. And then, silence. The malevolent spirit's presence dissipated, leaving behind a quiet that felt almost reverent. As dawn broke, the town gathered at the RV park, their hearts heavy with the weight of the past. In the clearing at the heart of the campground, they found Lucas, his face etched with exhaustion but triumphant. The Perez family's campfire flickered to life once more, as if rekindled by the spirits of those who had been trapped. And as the sun bathed the RV park in its gentle glow, a sense of closure settled over the land, as if the enigma of the missing family had finally been put to rest. Whispering Pines RV Park stood as a testament to the power of the unknown, its mysteries forever woven into its very fabric. The tale of the missing Perez family became a whispered legend, passed down through generations, a reminder that sometimes the past leaves its indelible mark on the present, and the echoes of those who have vanished linger on, waiting to be heard by those who dare to listen.